Right, so in this video we're on the engine topic. So this is the BMW N45 B16 engine, and this is the engine that's in the BMW 116 cars we race. And a real solid engine, credit to it. The RPMs that the 116 Trophy Grid put these engines through is just amazing. It's unbelievable, it's just foot to the floor, and they really do take the stick well. Solid engine. So when people start in the 116 series, you can run a road engine, an engine straight out of a road car. You can race that if it's an okay engine and it's all good. But when you start getting competitive and you're chasing temps and you're really trying to rinse the absolute maximum out of this little engine, you want to just get it overhauled and make sure that it's as good as it can be, like the day it left the factory. And the timing is a vital thing on these engines. So get your timing chain kit on it, and you've got to make sure it's absolutely spot on, and you just want to get the absolute maximum power out of this engine. So in the video, we're just going to see what's involved with stripping and rebuilding a 116 race engine, the ins and outs. Roll the tape. Right, here we go. Next step, engine work. We've got Mitchell here, aka the 116 Guru. Mitchell built this engine for us 2 seasons ago, and it's been solid. Bit of play there, aren't we, Mitchell?
Oh yeah.
And we're just investigating further. So today's task, we're going to get it stripped down and see what the damage is. See if we can salvage any bits off it. Make one good and out of the 2, hopefully. What do you reckon, Mitchell?
Oh, hopefully.
Hopefully. Right, so the chain's looking all right.
Yeah, obviously we'll check all the valves in case we've bent one. We're looking pretty good so far.
So the head is off. How's it looking?
Looking pretty good.
Pretty good.
I don't think we have any bent valves.
No? That'd be good news, wouldn't it? Right, so now we're looking at the engine. So we split the engine, we took the head off, and now it's in 100 pieces. And I think we got pretty lucky, Mitchell tells me. But it's not done any damage to the top end, fingers crossed. But we're gonna run a leak test on the head, are we, to see if any of the valves are bent?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so fingers crossed. The plan of action now is this is gonna be a good spare engine that is salvageable. And then we've got another engine that's done about 60,000 miles that we're in the middle of building. So that's going to be the engine for next season, and this is going to be a good spare engine. So not as bad as we thought in the end. They're looking quite good, haven't they?
Yeah. It's like piston fall up.
Brand new. Right, so we've got the oil pump off. Now what's going on here?
That's the dowel for the oil pump chain guide.
Yeah, cracked.
You see, it's cracked. Whether or not that's from the engine coming to a stop quite quickly.
It looks pretty fresh, doesn't it?
Yeah. So we'll fill the port full of brake cleaner.
Yeah.
Then with an air blower, we're just going to work around the outside of the valve and see if we can get any bubbles to show in the inlet port. That's a quick test just to see. Or even just see if it's leaking. If it was leaking anywhere around here, we'd see it have a leak.
You'd just see it weeping out, wouldn't you? So we got bubbles. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I'm the cameraman.
We all know who that is. What are you asking, right?
Why would the valves be bent?
Good question. Fire away, Mitchell.
So because that front pulley bolt came loose and the top end and the bottom of the engine no longer connected, if that top end has stopped when the valves are open and the bottom end continues to rotate, that piston could come up and touch the valve, which would bend it because they're only thin and weak. So what we're doing here is just checking the valves are seating when they're closed and there's no air or pressure getting past. If there is, and if it's a major leak, it's most likely the valve's bent. However, it could just be down to the valve seating surface not being correctly seated, in which case we'd remove the valve spring and using a valve lapping tool and some lapping compound, spin the valve and cut a new seat and get it flush.
Oh no, Christmas come early. You treated us, have you, Dad? Yeah. New toy day. New hat day.
Yeah, look, it's got a button.
Wow, look at that. Only the best. Draper, is it Draper?
Yeah.
Only the best. Right, so here we have the next race engine on the new stand. Looks like we know what we're doing now. Make life easier on that. Now this is looking really good. Low mileage. I'm sure we can make a good one out of the two. Quick before. Brand new. Here we have the internals of the oil pump. She's looking good. So we have done the big end shells on this engine and that's all looking good. It's looking really clean on the internals. And we've stripped down the oil pump's all looking good. We've got new oil pickup going on, new sump gasket, new sump to fit, and then we're all done on the bottom side. There we are, now we're talking.
Now we're going. Smoking a minute, be a fire.
Just explain here what you're just saying to Ryan then. So we've got the valves here.
So we're cutting the new valve seat, and basically what we're looking for is we've got no imperfections on this grey band here, which is where it's going to seal the cylinder and make sure that none of the gases escape. We want the same on the valve as we want on the actual seat and the head. That's looking pretty good. And we're just going to do a once over with the fine compound.
Right, so this is our head that's been sent to the head shop at Manchester, or Warrington Way, is it? And it's just had a full check over and report. So we've got the new valve stem oil seals, haven't we?
Yep.
Have you put them in?
No, we'll put them in once I'm done lapping the valve.
Ah, right. That's the old head there after old race engine. This head's going on the other block, the low mileage block. Yeah, looking good. So we've made a special locking tool. Take a look at this. That is out the factory. Now let's crack it off. Where do you want me to stand? On the stand. Is it coming? Oh, it's awesome. Look at that. Right, so we just took the con rod and piston out of the other engine. We're just taking a closer look and it's quite interesting really. So here you go, give them some details.
So that's the piston skirt there. This basically runs up the walls of the cylinders ever so slightly. And basically we're just checking for wear on this. You see there's a tiny bit of wear there, where it's going silver. And the same can be said on this side here. So based on this we can tell which side of the engine it's basically come from. Because in an engine, because the way it spins, we've got a thrust side and a non-thrusted side. So this side has more wear, so therefore it's the thrust side. It's basically because as the piston comes up and goes round, it's forced against the wall as it's sliding up.
And we've also got these pinholes here, haven't we, for the oil feed?
Yep, so they're the oil control rings. So oil squirted by the oil squirters underneath. You can see it goes into these tiny little holes here. And that just controls the film of oil that's left on the cylinder wall to basically reduce the wear on the piston rings. And these are your two compression rings here. And they're all in good condition.
Wow, it's amazing really, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And it's tiny. Look at that little piston there. Interesting stuff.
So basically to measure the clearance of your piston rings and set them to give you the best, you don't want them to be too tight and effectively too tight on the cylinder wall because that'll give too much friction and therefore you lose a bit of power. You also to generate a bit too much heat. You also want them to not have too big a clearance because they'll let gases past. The idea of these is to keep the compression in the cylinder. As you can see, when they're compressed to the size of the cylinder wall, they squeeze together and leave a small gap. So basically how we're going to check these are in the right clearance, we're going to remove them from the piston, drop them into the cylinder about 1 inch down into the bore, and then that will set the gap, and then we'll measure that with some feeler gauges and basically check whether that's in tolerance. If it needs a bit more clearance, we can basically file it down ever so slightly, and then that will give us the new gap. With the rings, because they're for compression, we basically offset them by an even amount. So the top ring would be, again, not on the thrust side because it will score the bore. So we set it off the thrust side, and then the next ring sat minimum 120 degrees out, and the same for the oil control ring, because that's 2 separate rings.
Right, so that's it for this video, and it's going to be a part. So this is part 1, and then we're going to have a part 2. Part 1, this has been the strip down, and now the next part's going to be the rebuild. So you've got to remember, this is part-time after hours work, so it's not going to be done in a week. We just do it as and when. This stuff earns the money. What do you reckon, Ben?
Sweet.
Sweet, see you in the next one.